Hublot
Hublot.
Hublot.
Hublot is considered an impressive luxury watch brand by many hypebeasts, clueless celebrities, and those who only get them for free. But why does pretty much everyone in the entire watch community despise this well-known Swiss watchmaker? So in this video, I will answer the age-old question, why does Hublot get so much hate? But before we get stuck into it, like this video if you agree that Hublot is horrible and is not worthy of its status. But if you're one of those rare specimens who actually like their timepieces, comment down below and tell me why you think that. Be careful though, as you may receive a bombardment of abuse from the Pride and Pinion fans out there. There are really three main reasons why Hublot is hated, with number one being they are extremely overpriced. For example, a base model such as the Classic Fusion retails for around 8 to 9,000 Aussie dollars. This may seem around the average price for most luxury brands, as a Rolex Oyster Perpetual and a Grand Seiko Spring Drive are also in that same price range. However, it is without a doubt that the quality and craftsmanship of the Classic Fusion is far inferior to the Rolexes of this world, and certainly the Grand Seikos. The level of finishing on a Hublot cannot compete with its Japanese counterpart, and the reliability is far from its Swiss rivals. For those defending Hublot, you could raise the point that it uses titanium and the materials used aren't that different to other big hitters in the industry. But when it comes to the movements, boy oh boy, it's like betting a dead horse, as you just cannot justify using a Sleater SW300 movement on a watch worth almost $9,000. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Sleater movements, and I think they are great for a more inexpensive timepiece. Yet at the same time, when a watch worth the yearly earnings of a Brazilian citizen has the same movement as one that only goes for around $2,000, such as this Bell & Ross, you may get a bit suspicious on the insane markup and pricing. Our second reason why Hublot is the ultimate sin of the watch world is because it's only a brand for those who want to flex their entire life savings on a watch that is severely overpriced. Yes, I know what you're saying, but Rolex is the ultimate showing off brand. To that I say correct, but at the end of the day, one could justify spending the money on a Rolex because it still is a really bloody good watch. With a Hublot, the asking price may be high, but the quality is definitely not high either, which makes this mainly a watch for showing off your immense wealth and, more importantly, your enormous intellect. To play devil's advocate here, you could say that, well, most luxury products are overpriced, like Louis Vuitton plus many others, and I would say you're probably correct. But when celebrities endorse Hublot watches and then wear Rolexes, well, it just speaks volumes on how your watch is merely a marketing statement on your wrist. Our third and final reason why Hublot watches are looked down upon is the fact that they are incredibly ugly and not aesthetically pleasing at all. This category is a bit more subjective, I will admit, but come on now, there's a limit to that. Hublot does have some original designs and ones that are mildly tasteful, but the vast majority of them are tasteless and have little class. I still think loud and sporty watches have a place in the watch world, as many brands like Zenith and Rolex produce vibrant pieces that don't go too overboard. Another suspicion about Hublot is that they are heavily influenced from other watch brands. For example, the creators of the Big Bang line definitely have looked over the shoulder of the Audemars Piguet and Richard Mille designers for, let's just say, some inspiration. Also, a fun fact is even the first watch made by the brand in 1980 was based on the revolutionary sport watches from the 1970s made by Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet. It just comes to show that leeching off other brands' designs may just be in the Hublot DNA. With saying all of this, of course, if you think that Hublot is a cool and quirky luxury watch and, in your opinion, is worth the money, by all means buy it and flex it as hard as Rascom would. But if you want it to be respected with the snobs and the wide world of watches, well, you've got another thing coming for you, I'm afraid. So just to clarify, the three main reasons why Hublot is hated within the watch community is that firstly, they are massively overpriced watches with very basic movements. Secondly, the Hublot brand is more of a marketing tool and their watches are pretty much just for flexing. And finally, Most of the designs are pretty ugly, and they are also influenced a bit too much by other luxury watchmakers. If you enjoyed this video and want to see similar watch commentary videos, please subscribe down below and click the videos on the screen right now. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in another video.